Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good to have this evening session here today. So we'll wait for 5 more minutes for everyone else to join. So in the meantime, Ravi, how are you doing today?
All good, Venkat, and I'm also excited. This is the first time I'm going to be speaking to a few people, literally through this, the eVidyaloka model.
Okay.
And it's exciting to connect up with volunteers. As you know, these are the people who are our backbone and make eVidyaloka happen on a day in, day out basis. So I'm all excited.
Yeah, and we had Ram this morning, and he had a great observation saying that today happens to be the world's first teacher's birthday also, actually. So happy Janmashtami to you and everyone else out there.
Wonderful, wonderful to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like people are able to join, and then sometimes it kicks out. Hope they get to join back again. You could also share this YouTube link in your page if you want people to kind of watch the streaming. We'll also put this up. So it's quite interesting, Ravi. So at this time, so while we have our regular Bangalore meet tomorrow, we're also having this few people. I mean, are getting around together in few other cities. So we have people, a good group of people in Hyderabad are coming around and have a venue and celebrating the Teachers' Day. All people who are sharing, I mean, who are all eVidyaloka volunteers and well-wishers. So we are on 4 cities. People are celebrating. Probably as we speak, some of them are having today. Almost Chennai, Hyderabad, and Chennai and Hyderabad are doing today. Pune and Mumbai are doing tomorrow, actually.
Wow, that's excellent. So the chapter, the concept of chapters is taking shape by itself.
There's been a strong view of having a human touch, as well as we all mostly on the virtual medium. So basically, there has been quite an excitement in these places. We have a handful of folks getting it. So we have viewers starting to come in. We have one viewer on streaming. Those who have it, I mean, who are in viewing mode, you can join the Hangout, click on participative mode by clicking on the link that is there on the comment section of the page, the events page that you have landed. You can click and join. It will allow up to 15 people. Post that, then people would be mostly on the streaming mode.
So how many volunteers do we have now, Venkat?
So we have actively we have on this year we have close to 280 to 290. So 30-40 of them are just waiting to start in the next week or two. So overall we would have close to 300-350 plus in the next by the month or so, actually. We'll be actively teaching across the locations.
And we'll also have volunteers for content and
Yeah,
administrative work and
we have quite a few. We have quite a few expressed interest on content, but we have some groundwork to do. Hi, Shweta. Hope you're able to hear us. Yeah. So we have some work to be done there, Ravi. So probably in a few weeks' time, we should be more actively engaging. We have been kind of had contributing in the past. Yeah, there are close to 60 plus of them have been contributing in the past. Last month or 2 months has been a little lull as the operations were in full swing. So they should be starting off anytime soon.
But it's also heartening to see so many people, thousands of people who have come, visited our website and shown prima facie interest in volunteering. I think that's what excites.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we just hit 5,000 plus 3 days back, actually. People are registered here, and so we probably have to get them to have onboard them. Probably, I mean, we need to have a better process so that we can be engaged even when we don't have centers running in, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's 8 o'clock. So we have 3 of them here, Ravi, and probably we'll just another couple of minutes as will take a little bit while I see people joining and going back. Maybe they're having some difficulty in joining, so we'll have a few minutes given out for them to join back. Actually, hi Nikita.
Hi.
Good to see you here.
I was just finding, like, I had 2 teachers who wanted to join. I was just sharing the link with them.
Yeah, please. In fact, I find 2 Karthik and they have
like, I just shared the link with Arun.
Yeah,
so I have 2 who wanted to join.
Yeah, Arun is already
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi all.
Hi.
Hi sir, how are you?
Yeah, doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hi Harika and Arun.
Hi.
Harika, I think she just
Shweta.
Shweta, you're able to hear us, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, now you're on mute. We have 2 more people on. We have more viewers coming in. So we have 4 people who are viewing the link. Those who are on the view mode of the link, if you would like to join the participative mode, please use the link that is provided on the comment section, which you can click and join. It will allow the first 15 people and the remaining continue to watch. All right. So, Ravi will give another minute.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Then we'll be good to go. So Arun, Shweta, if you also would like to share the link to a few people whom you think might be interested in joining, you can share them using the. You'll find a links option below, so we can share, and also the link to join the Hangout.
Sure.
Yeah, few of them having getting them out.
Okay, I guess I can.
Yeah, Karthik or Rudrigant, if you are on the view mode, I have posted the link again for you. You can click on the link. Yeah. Okay. I guess we're able to get more joining actually. Hi, Pratima. All right. Good morning and good evening, folks. Great to have you all here on this wonderful day. And this is something we always excited and keep looking forward for this particular day of every year. I remember the first Teacher's Day call, eTeacher's Day call we had over a small Skype group call. And today we are here with people joining in multiple locations and had to kind of be in mode. It's a great situation to be in. And at the outset, I wish a very happy Teachers' Day to one and all. What we intend to do in the next 60 minutes is we have Mr. Ravi Chandran V, who is not only a board member of eVidyaloka, but he has also been a renowned leader in the industry for quite a while, and then passionate educationist who runs also his own Montessori and kind of very well known in Bangalore circles for the same. Maybe without much of few other words, I will let Ravi introduce himself. So we'll have Ravi address all of us for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Post which you have any questions, you could interact with him. Those people are on the interactive session. And there's also a Q&A available. Those who are on the view mode, you can click that link and post your question. I will read it out for you, which Ravi or anyone else can answer, whomever it is directed to. Followed by, we have a video tribute from our own children, your children have expressed their wishes to you. Typically, with the eVidyaloka way, we have recorded and will be running it for you. And those will also be, of course, made available later on. Followed by, we have the felicitation of each one of you in our own way, and then we'll love to hear from you, share your experiences of how your experience as a teacher has been on eVidyaloka. Then we'll wrap up actually. So that's how the next 60 minutes would going to look like. Absolutely exciting. So we have close to 4 plus 4, 8, 9, including myself, 10 on the Hangout interactive link here and 6 viewers. Good evening and good morning to one and all. Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you very much, Venkat. It's an amazing evening as far as I'm concerned. The first time I'm speaking to so many of eVidyaloka's volunteers. They are our backbone, people who make a difference. And I'll start a story of my own actually. Back in 1965, I'm sure before all of you were born, you know, I had a teacher who held my 2 fingers and walked me to school every day. And about 5 years back, I tracked her down. We did not have the net those days. We didn't have telephone those days, so it was very difficult. But finally, I tracked her down 5 years ago. And when I went to her house and she was unwell, she wasn't able to walk much or steadily. And life came a full circle because this time I was holding 2 of her hands, fingers, and actually walking her across. And I think this can only happen with either your mom or your teacher. It doesn't happen anywhere else. This kind of love or this kind of affection and this kind of respect comes only to the teacher and to the mom. And I think each one of you, therefore, is going to experience this at some point in time in life when someone comes across to you where, you know, totally, when you don't even know who that person is, it's going to come and tell you a hello and say, hey, you made a difference to me in my life. And that's where I think, you know, John Dewey, you know, he said this very correctly. He said education is a social process. It is growth. And he said it's not a preparation for life because it is life. So in a way, what's happening is the key to your enriched mind is that burning desire, that inner flame in each of you to offer education to someone and to make that difference. I think it's that key to make that difference in someone's life that makes each one of you tick. That inner flame in each one of you that does not flicker. Absolutely no flickering in that flame. And the difficulties that you face along the way is actually nothing but a way of shaping your mind and sculpting your soul. And I think this sculpting of the soul is what is going to create a different human being of the future. And each one of you is leading in your own way. So I went back to a concept of leadership, and I thought that I'll share that with you. In the typical leadership books that you have, you talk of results, and you say that these results are driven by behaviors. And you turn around and ask, okay, how do these behaviors actually manifest itself, and why do they manifest itself? And when you look at why behaviors manifest themselves, they're actually values and beliefs. These are values and beliefs that each one of us carry, and they result in certain behaviors, which in turn results in, gives you the results that you're getting in your organization or in your life in day to day. There are two other hidden aspects other than values and beliefs, and these are the social selves. What are we as the social self? What are the roles that we play in life? What is the conditioning and the environment in which each of us grew? That makes a significant difference to the values and beliefs that we carry. And the second piece is, who is this 100% you? So who is this you without any conditioning? And so what do I mean by conditioning? So each one grows up with certain conditioning, like if you're a boy, you don't wear a frock. That's a conditioning. But when you're 2 years old, you don't care whether, if your mom got you into a frock, because you didn't understand those conditionings. So a lot of how your values and beliefs comes from that 100% you, comes from the social selves, that the different roles that you play, the environment in which you grew, and those values and beliefs then shape your behavior, which in turn derives the results. And I think today the results that you're seeing in all the education and that you're offering to children is because of the values and beliefs that you have. And those were created because of the various roles that you actually play. And I think this is going to be extremely critical as you take your life forward. Because every time you take your life forward, you're taking it in a different way. The India that is there today actually needs a totally different kind of people, a kind of people who are going to shape this new India. Even today, over 500 plus million people in India delay their dinner by one night. They end up having their breakfast. And I think, and that will change only if more flames are lit up in more and more hearts of people like each one of you. And if those flames are lit up, we're going to make and give a cascading impact, which is going to make a significant difference to every person who is living in this country and who needs that flame. If you look at it again, India is breaking absolutely new grounds. You can see the growth that is happening in the country. You can see that it is happening from a grassroots level. There's a lot of work that is happening across the country. What is most needed today is skilling and education. And that education should reach our villages, because over 80% of our schools actually sit there in our villages, and they need that education. And guess what? This new India, which is breaking completely new grounds, is creating a new history. And each one of you is participating in that history. Each one of you is contributing in that history, is actually also a spectator. So this is a great thing because you're playing the role of a spectator as you watch a new India unfold, and the fun is each one of you is contributing and playing on the field. So you're both a player and a spectator, and that's where the fun comes. And how you don that role, how you wear those different hats is going to make this huge difference to this country. When you're playing the hat of a spectator, you're going to encourage the players. You're going to bring in other players. When you're playing, you're going to play wholeheartedly. You're going to bring your full self into playing. And I think that is what is going to drive a significantly new India. A new India that will make and give a life to more than 1.2 billion people who are waiting for it. And as I said, a new India which is going to not have 500 million people skip their dinner or delay their dinner every day and make it a breakfast. And I think that difference is what each one of you is going to make. Each one of you, as I said, is giving a life. You are giving a life to someone. And you're doing this by possibly contributing the most important asset that you have, which is time. And I think this is what makes a difference to that child. So when you grow old, all of you grow old, and when you think back on what you have done in shaping this country, each one of you can actually be significantly proud of the work that you're doing. And I think that will help the future generations see that there is a need for such kind of work. There is a need for being selfless. There is a need for understanding that if you put your hand and you stretch your hand out to help, that is better than folding your two hands for prayer. I'm going to end here right now, and I'm going to ask, if there are any questions, and take those questions. So Venkat, over to you.
Yeah, wonderful and amazing, Ravi. Thank you very much. I think I'm just a pin drop silence from each one of us, and quite inspiring. And over to people who are the participants. I mean, I'm super impressed. I'm excited about the number of people who are joining and trying to join here. Just to call out the names, we have Arun, Harika, Pratima, Priyanka, Rajashekar, Rudrakant, Shweta, Venkatesh, Shrikant. You have questions, feel free to go ahead and I can ask, and we have 4 more viewers viewing live. Feel free to unmute and you can ask any questions, share your viewpoints on what Ravi just talked about. If you have a point to comment, supporting or counter, or in your own viewpoint, it's a great time to kind of, probably next 5-10 minutes we could share and hear from each one of you folks. Yeah. So while someone comes up with a question, I just wanted to share a quick bit of a tidbit we had from the morning session, where one Miss Bindu from New Zealand, actually she was kind of coming and sharing, saying that I am scared of the kids whom I'm teaching to in the class, because they come and tell me increase the volume, reduce the control, zoom in, zoom out, and which I never had seen, never was in it. And I am put in pressure to be more alert and kind of keep a good background and kind of talk to him. and she was feeling, hey, when I was studying, I didn't even see the computer, and these kids sitting somewhere in Koppal is telling to me about zooming in, zoom out, and the volume controls. That's a new India, I guess, Ravi. I think you're talking about extremely an aspirational, and I'm glad. I mean, we have so many of these people whom we have here in this room is making a difference. I mean, and those kids were just 2 months before, they were like Bindu when she was a kid, and not anymore. So that's was someone had to share about how she felt about her teacher and her experience in it. Any questions from anyone of you to Ravi, or any viewpoints, folks? Please feel free to. Yeah, Arun, are you trying to share something or ask something?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
thanks, Venkat.
go ahead.
Audible, right?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thanks, Ravi, for your motivational thing. And I'm very proud, actually, I'm very proud actually to be a part of this eVidyaloka. That's what we would like to do the society without we don't expect anything from the society, but we are doing something to the society. That's what we are doing now. I feel actually when I was studying in my schooling, actually I don't have that many facilities to me actually. So I thought like if good teacher comes to me and if teachers, then I'll be in a good stage actually. So the the things whatever we are doing actually we are teaching them in a way that they can expect more from us actually. The same thing which we are doing, and that's very good actually. I'm very thankful to the members who started this eVidyaloka and Venkat, right, who started this. So I'm very thankful to him, and I would like to teach. Actually, I thought of doing this something to society without expecting anything. But the thing, whatever I thought is like I just want to go to the schools and I would like to spend some time. So it's time-consuming things, whatever we have in this busy life, whatever we have. So it's a good idea that our guys bring up to this. So I'm very thankful to this.
Yeah, Arun, and as we see here, right? So we just have been enablers in the backend, while Satish and myself would have started this, I mean, few years back. Today, eVidyaloka is 5,000 plus. So it's definitely not any single two individuals' feat. I think that's why we keep telling it's the people who are teaching, who are doing the heavy lifting, and on one side, and the partners who are making it happen on the other side are kind of an inherent component of eVidyaloka. It's not just one backend organization. So, and that's really is what our personal passion has been.
I agree that the one step you have taken, that is a good step that you have taken. That.
Yeah,
that's what
and definitely, that's we find it's worthwhile actually that we're doing, and I'm glad this kind of resonates with each one of you in this room. Actually, thank you very much, Arun. Actually, we'll come and we have a section to share your own experience as well. Anyone else have a viewpoint to share or ask? Actually, yeah, Rudrakant. Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm Rudrakant. I've just taken one class, but I was fortunate enough to meet the students on my recent trip to India. I have one question where, like, we are trying to communicate them through the internet as a media. What I personally felt was it's a bit hard to get to see the feedback from the students rather than in the class, or like being physically present there and doing it online. So I would like to know what may be the best ways for us to judge whether how many of them have understood or what needs to be repeated, because through a screen there is a barrier. So I just want to know how can we kind of overcome this barrier, or what are some nuts and bolts which we can tune in so that we can get more response, or how can we make it even better than just a flat screen?
Yeah, so maybe Rudrakant, in fact, we want to reserve this section. Please hold your question. We'll make sure that we'll bring this up again when we are sharing our experiences right after a video tribute. I don't want to dilute down the video that we have from the kids. In this section, it's specific to the message or the content that Ravi had shared. If you have a viewpoint, you could share. And I would like to hold this question. I'll come back again in another 15 minutes to the same, actually. I would love to hear from other participants who have been teaching to kind of see if they have a view to share to what you just asked for, actually. Thanks, Rudrakant. We'll get back again here in a few minutes, actually. So if there are any other questions that you have, I mean, thank you very much, Ravi. I would like to kind of run the video now, which I'm very excited to share. Which has come from our children. They put their hard work in recording and sharing what they feel to you. I'll be sharing my screen. If some of you can confirm that you're able to see the screen and hear the audio either in the message or by phone, that'll be great. In a moment, actually. Are you all able to see the screen that I'm sharing?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Let me run this now for each one of you. This will run for the next 9 minutes, and over to you, folks.
What is the one action which will make you great? Every one of you has a page in the history of the world. What is that page? How do you make that page which is going to be referred by the prosperity? There is a need to give a vision to your ambition. What I will be remembered for, what I will be, each one of us has asked the question, what I will be remembered for. If you find an answer for this question in a few lines, that out of box idea will drive you for the rest of your life. You will definitely thinking something different on our out of box vision. What are they? I learned every youth wants to be unique. Every youth wants to be unique. But the world around you is doing its best day and night to make you just everybody else. Whether you want to be you or everybody else. Everybody else is convenient at the first glance, but not satisfying in the long vision. The challenge, therefore, my young friends, is that you have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight, and never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. That is the unique.
As we dedicate this Teacher's Day to Dr. Kalam, eVidyaloka aspires to really translate his vision for India into action. What started off as a passion in one small remote village called Tegur in Tamil Nadu 4 years ago, today has reached far and beyond to 4 different states across this country, penetrating into 40 different remote rural village locations. Leading from the front are these local grassroots organizations that we are absolutely proud of as they remind the face of eVidyaloka to the children taking these classes every day. To these 40 villages, over 300 plus teachers actively from various different time zones across 103 cities, from 11 different countries and 5 continents, constantly have instilled confidence and inspiration to learn to over 2,300 plus children. Let's listen in from them.
मेरा नाम कुलदीप कुमारी है। मैं क्लास 8 में पढ़ती हूँ। నా పేరు మాలపడి దర్శనస్వామి। నేను 7th क्लास చదువుతున్నాను। मेरा नाम गणेश कुमार है। मैं 7th क्लास में पढ़ता हूँ। मेरा नाम मयंक उपाध्याय है। मैं 8वीं कक्षा का छात्र हूँ। मैं खुशी रानी कक्षा 7 की छात्र।
Just want to check if the sharing is still on. I guess so. Okay.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ವಿಜಯ ಪಟಾಕ್. ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಹಿರಿಯ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಶಾಲೆ ಮನಗುಂಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು 7ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮೇಡಮ್. పేరు ప్రవళిక. నేను 6th క్లాస్ చదువుతున్నాను. मैं कुंदन कुमार कक्षा 8 का छात्र हूँ। నా పేరు వరలక్ష్మి. నేను 7th క్లాస్ చదువుతున్నాను. ఈ విద్య నమస్కారం. నా ಹೆಸರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇಶ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು 7th క్లాస్ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. నాకు కంప్యూటర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఇష్టం. నా ಹೆಸರು ಲಲಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. నా పేరు శివభారతి 8వ తరగతి చదువుతున్నాను. ఈ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಚೈತ್ರ ಅಂಗಿ. ನಾನು रूपा कुमारी है, मैं 6th क्लास में पढ़ती हूँ. मेरा नाम शिवानी कुमारी है, मैं 6th क्लास में पढ़ती हूँ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮಿಶಲ್. నా పేరు సంతోష్. నా పేరు సరిత. నా పేరు సంతోష్. నేను జోడ్ रमेश. ना పేరు ఆయన మాధవి. నా పేరు కాని. हमारे विद्यालय में eVidyaloka की पढ़ाई होती है, जिसमें 2 टीचर पढ़ाते हैं. एक का नाम स्मिता राय है, दूसरे का नाम पूनम कुमारी है. और इसमें से हमें सबसे अच्छा स्मिता मैम लगती है, क्योंकि वो हमें बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाते हैं और बहुत अच्छे से हंसी मजाक भी करते हैं. विज्ञान से हम लोग बहुत कुछ प्राप्त भी कर सकते हैं, इसलिए क्योंकि विज्ञान से ही सारा चीज हम लोग का बना हुआ है. और हम लोगों को गणित में राहुल रॉय और विज्ञान में प्रवीण सक्सेना पढ़ाते हैं. और इसमें से मुझे नवनीत कौर की पढ़ाई सबसे अच्छी लगती है. वो को हिंदू मैम की क्लास सबसे अच्छी लगती है और श्वेता मैम की क्लास सबसे अच्छी लगती है. आपसे है और मुझे पढ़ाई में अच्छी इसलिए लगती है क्योंकि वो हर एक चीज संक्षिप्त तरीके से बताती है. कैसे हुआ सारी चीजें हमें बताती है. अमीन सर और वंदना मैम हम लोगों को पढ़ाती है. बहुत अच्छे से बातचीत करते हैं. हमको रोहित सर पढ़ाते हैं. हमको वो बहुत सुंदर लगते हैं. वो अच्छा से पढ़ाते भी हैं. रेणुका मैडम साइंस చెప్తున్నారు. ప్రవీణ మేడం లెక్కలు ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్తున్నారు. ఉషశ్రీ మేడం లెక్కలు చెప్తున్నారు. మాకు చాలా అర్థమవుతున్నవి. ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా మిస్ అయిన క్లాసులు ఉంటే వీడియోల ద్వారా మాకు చెప్తున్నారు. మాకు సైన్స్ కి శ్రీరామ్ సార్, మ్యాథ్స్ కి భాగ్యలక్ష్మి మేడం, సాయి శిరీష మేడం బాగా చెప్తున్నారు. శ్రీరామ్ సార్ నైట్ టైం కేటాయించి కూడా చెప్తున్నారు. నిఖిత మేడం ఇంగ్లీష్, కార్తిక్ సార్ మ్యాథ్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. మాకు ನಮಗೆ ಸುವರ್ಣ ಮೇಡಮ್ అంటే ಆ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಸರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಠ ನಮಗೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಗಣಿತ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರಾಜಶ್ರೀ ಕಾಂಚನಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ಧಾರಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗೈತಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರದೇ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಗಳನ್ನು ಇವ್ರ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನದ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರೆದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಶಾಲೆ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ನಾವ ಶಾಲೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಾರ ಅಂದ್ರ ಅಂತಾನು ಏನು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ನಮಗೂ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಖುಷಿ ಆಕೈತಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ నా చాలా ఇష్టం. ఎందుకంటే శ్రీసి మేడం పాఠాలు బాగా చెబుతారు. ఆ మేడం పాఠాలను కాబట్టి నాకు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ అంటే చాలా ఇష్టం. పుస్తకాల్లో చదవడం కన్నా మోడర్న్ టెక్నాలజీ ఉపయోగించి క్లాసెస్ చెప్తున్నారు. మాకు ఏవిఎస్ రమేష్ సార్ మ్యాథ్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. గౌతమ మేడం సైన్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. గౌతమ మేడం అర్థం చేసి చెప్తున్నారు. వీడియోస్ చూపిస్తున్నారు. మాకు సైన్స్ హారిక మేడం మ్యాథ్స్, శ్రీకాంత్ సార్, అర్చన మేడం సైన్స్ ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్తున్నారు. రామ్ సుధాకర్ సార్ ఎల్ఎంఎస్ కోచింగ్ ఇస్తున్నారు. बहुत अच्छा लगता है और हम लोग का स्कूल में बहुत अच्छा टीचर का से आप लोग आपको सॉल्व किए. थैंक यू. हैप्पी टीचर्स डे मैडम. हैप्पी टीचर्स डे. eVidyaloka टीचर्स లకు హ్యాపీ టీచర్స్ డే. ఓకే అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన eVidyaloka టీచర్స్ డే శుభాకాంక్షలు. ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಡೇ.
Wonderful. So just a small note of disclaimer of the, hope you're all able to see this video. Yeah, so I just would like to kind of put a small disclaimer here. This is just a representative coverage from some of the children that we could get, just a pure logistics issue. Reflects many of your names might not have been directly there called out, just pure administrative hassles from a background of the side. But these people speak on behalf of everyone else that whom you are teaching actually. So, so just to make sure that it is not the full coverage. Probably we just were able to get only 10–15% of the children that we talked today. So, and I'm sure, when you are going to your next class, you're going to receive this from your own children in your class. So, so that's from the children to you all today. So we also, what I thought, it's a great occasion to kind of share some kind of a felicitation on behalf of these children and the key stakeholders to each one of you. We have a small certificate that's made for you. You will receive your soft copy by tomorrow. I would like to read that out on behalf of, everyone in eVidyaloka to each one of you. Actually. Education is not filling of a pail, but it's lighting of a fire. Dear teachers, on this Teacher's Day, it's a privilege to express gratitude and thanks to you for being a source of inspiration and igniting the quest to learn among these children in rural India. The most thoughtful gift for these children is the time that you are giving. For the time you share to listen, to care, and turn learning into an adventure for our future generation. It is an honor to be associated with you. Your impact on children extends beyond the classroom to the rest of the life. eVidyaloka deems it a great pleasure to have you along in this journey into the world of rural education and salutes your effort for making their dream of quality education into reality. Very, very happy teachers to each one of you, and I would like to kind of open this forum up for sharing your experiences in your class, you as a teacher, and would love to hear and exchange thoughts from each one of you. My part, it's been a great day, it's been a great journey, and as Ravi mentioned, it's thoroughly exciting to kind of talk to various different people from various different time zones, which is connecting us is to see a better India, prosperous India, and probably India a superpower, which is going to be powered by these children from the rural parts of our country. Over to each one of you in this forum. You can unmute and would love to kind of hear your experiences. Patil sir, Priyanka, Pratima, Arun, Shweta, Venkatesh, and we have a few more on viewing mode through the Q&A. Over to you all actually.
Hey, Venkat, before they got started, I also thought it would be useful to let them know what difference they are actually making. So
sure.
3 years ago, when we were 3 schools and about 150 children, we are now 41 schools with impacting over 2,500 children across the country. We were in 1 state, we are now in 4 states. And Venkat was being very modest. He really didn't tell you that the Indian Army has approached us now because they believe in our model. They have approached us now to see if we can help them set up schools in various parts where they are working with rural children. And I think the first school of theirs will go live shortly, Venkat, in Assam.
Yeah, so we just short of probably in a week or 2 weeks time, between the border of Bhutan and Arunachal Pradesh and China will be some of our teachers will be teaching the kids in Assam.
That's the 5th state that we are clocking now. It's the government of Karnataka tacitly accepted that the model works. Our model is something that they can leverage out of. What they did as a first step was during weekends, they have allowed volunteer teachers to teach in their schools. So hitherto they never allowed non-B.Ed people to teach. Now they have agreed that people like you and me who just have the passion, want to teach, will actually go there and teach, and they can't stop it. And they in fact now believe that it was wrong stopping it. And they really like the model, and that model is being validated thanks to each one of you making that difference. So I think with these, few more updates and thoughts of these data points would be of help. I'll now leave the floor open to all of you.
Yeah, thanks, Ravi. I mean, on that note, I just will say we have, in fact, one Mr. Patil who works in the government of Karnataka, and one is a big ambassador of this remote teaching model and has been instrumental in getting us into some of the schools here. Patil would love to hear from you on this day. And just to share a few perspectives, we haven't had really introductions of people who are in this call. If I just flip through the participants here, there are at least 4 PhDs in this room teaching the kids. I mean, who are passionate about education, want to make a difference. I mean, this is, I think, possible only through eVidyaloka. I'm extremely excited about that for what each one of you are making. Yeah, Patil, you want to go first and share your experience? Yeah, your voice is very low. You may want to check. Is your mic near or farther? It's very feeble. Are others able to hear him?
Are you listening now, sir?
No, it's very. It is coming, but it is very low, sir. You may want to just check the mic in the meantime. Anyone else would like to go? Great to see you here, Venkatesh, today. Shweta, being the first joinee, probably you should go first in sharing how your experience. Maybe you can share actually which center you are teaching, what kids, and how it has been so far, how long you have been teaching as well.
Yes, hi Venkat and Ravi, and hello to everyone. Happy Teacher's Day. It's a good start to the morning today for me, and it feels really proud to be a part of this team. It's actually my second term. I joined in November last year, and I'm teaching 8th science of Koiratola village there's a Hira batch in Jharkhand. So, and the classes that we have for me right now, I moved to US like last month, so it's usually in the nights. So it's really nice to see my kids. They'll be like, "Oh, ma'am, it's 1 o'clock at your place, and you should go and sleep, and this and that." And there are times when actually you actually get to learn a lot from kids. That's what I would say. I don't have a so to say what do you say, a professional background or a degree to teach students, but yes, the urge is always there, and you guys have given us a platform to kind of work it out and share our experiences, and we were fortunate enough to have a good infrastructure and things in place to get good education, go to good schools and good colleges, and complete our education, get good jobs, and do everything. So this is a nice way to kind of share and give whatever small part or small amount of time that we could kind of steal from our daily busy routines, and then help these kids and kind of connect with them and teach them basically. So yes, for me, one of my experience I could say is yes, we do have a couple of internet issues on and off most of the times. So I don't know, maybe yeah, I know it's difficult, like in the remote villages and having a consistent connection throughout the 1 hour class and stuff. But then on one such class, we had to cancel a class on for previous batch, and so the next slot that I got, I had like a 1 hour slot free. So I checked with my admin, and she said it's fine, you can take a 2 hour class. And when we started, I was like, okay kids, we have a 2 hour class today, and they were like, okay ma'am, you don't need a break, and let's go and let's finish this chapter today. And it was actually so overwhelming because they didn't have a fan in their class, and everybody was with their books and they were just fanning themselves. And so I was feeling so bad. I'm like, okay, you guys should take a break and this and that. And they were like, no, ma'am, let's continue, let's finish. And yeah, this actually gives you the drive and push to actually keep continuing with the sessions and do the good work. Yeah. And congratulations again to everyone.
Wonderful, yeah. Thanks, Shweta. I mean, I think these kids are amazing. I mean, that they are there only probably even for an additional hour. If what you're
Yeah,
beautifully
anytime,
interesting.
yeah. Right.
Yes, Patil sir. I don't know. It's still no, it's still not coming out well. No, we're just not able to hear you at all. Actually, it's very low.
Maybe there's a volume control on his in your speaker mic. Just check if there's a volume control and you can turn it on.
Yeah, or if you have inserted the wrong jack of mic and phone.
His account looks it's muted, so he needs to unmute first.
Oh yeah, now we may have to unmute it actually. Right now it's muted actually. Patil sir, it's muted now. You may want to unmute it. Earlier, feeble voice was coming in. Yeah, I think it's not plugged in properly. For a moment, it came well. Now, I'm sorry. It's still very, very low actually. You still have some time. Please do have fix. I know you would want to. I would love to hear you. We'll have someone else pick up actually. Priyanka, you have been very silent. We'd love to hear from you. How has been your experience? And probably how was your field visit and seeing the kids in person actually as well? It would be great to hear. No, Patil sir, we are not able to hear you. Well, I'm not sure about others actually. Yeah, we'll definitely would love to hear you. See if there is something wrong in the mic, the way in which it is connected actually. We'll give another couple of minutes and come back to you again. Maybe this, yeah, I don't know, this camera shouldn't have anything to do with that. Yeah. Pratima, Priyanka, Venkatesh.
Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, hi everyone, a very happy Teachers' Day to all of you. And thank you, Ravi, for the wonderful introductory speech. It was amazing, and the things that you mentioned about values, I could very much relate to it because those are certain things that have been inculcated to us by our parents and teachers alike, and those are things that we have carried over to our workplaces as well. So I believe that those formative years and the things that we have learned in those years, they play a very crucial role later on in life. Talking about like my experience, so I have been teaching Tikratoli Hira batch, class 8 science. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I've been teaching science to Tikratoli Hira, and I started teaching them in November. So I picked up there was another teacher who had to leave because of some reason, so I joined mid-session. But these children were a delight. Like they were so enthusiastic. Like I had to start my classes at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was winter here in Cambridge. And but I always used to look forward to my classes because these kids used to greet me with smiling faces, good morning ma'am, and they were like, today what are we going to learn, and then watch videos, and they were like most of them, they were part of the class. And with time it was nice to see that they were not scared, they were not like inhibited to ask questions. They used to ask questions and share amongst themselves as well. And then in January this year, I visited the school, and there again, it was like I mean, what I personally felt was that these kids know the value of education. They know that to grow, to do something in life, they need these things. So they value this resource so much. Like all of us, what we are teaching them. So every little moment, every little time, they really value it. So I believe that what, like in an indirect way, eVidyaloka, what is also teaching these kids is the value of time. That we have that 1 hour slot, so you can take in as much as you want, as you can. So they don't leave any like stones unturned to get as much as they can. So on my visit, it was about we gave them microscopes, we asked them questions, and they were very playful. They were like, they used to take the books and they were asking questions. So they made sure that they utilized that opportunity really well, and later on as well. And regarding feedback, like there was one thing that these kids used to tell me was, so I show them a lot of videos, and they give very good feedback in the end, because they tell you that which are the videos they like and which kind of videos they can understand better. Because again, on YouTube there are so many videos that a lot of them are in English. So even if you give a voiceover, sometimes you don't do justice to the voiceover in the videos. And then there are these Arvind Gupta toys, these science videos, and those were the videos that were loved by children, because these were little things that they could, get from home, get those trash from home, and then build up on these experiments. So that is something that they really liked, and that was a good feedback that I got from them. And yeah, and the admins have been very, very nice, and Venkat has been very approachable and really helpful in arranging a lot of things. So I've had an amazing time here, and yeah, and my 8th class, the children, they've left, but I keep hearing about them because they come back to talk to the 7th class kids, and then they ask me that, so I'd gone there with another friend of mine and my aunt, and they asked me about them, what's going on. So it's nice. It's like a relationship that has been built. So yeah, I really enjoy my time, and it's an honor. I'm lucky. I'm very happy to be associated with eVidyaloka. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks, Priyanka. It's what else? You who should pay for drinking honey? Actually, you're saying that you would want to go see the kids and do it. This will be my pleasure to have you connect with them and make sure that it happens. Actually, that was just the smallest thing that we could do. Actually, yeah. Thanks, Priyanka.
Thank you, Venkat.
Yeah. Patil sir, you want to give another try? You're on mute. Actually, you may want to just unmute. And probably also try turning off this camera and had a good photo. Yes. No. So I think something wrong with the mic that you use. I'm sure you twitch every day, so but. Not really at all, actually. I'm really sorry, actually. I would want to hear from you and share your experience with others, but just mic is not helping from your side, actually. Okay, we'll hang around. We have some more time, definitely. Pratima, Venkatesh.
Yeah, I can go next.
Yeah, Pratima, and maybe just a minute before Pratima. I think Rudrakant. It probably is a great time to kind of bring your question. And if you see here, I see what some of the things that Shweta mentioned and Priyanka mentioned. I'm sure I think it's kind of addresses many of what you said. That's the reason why I said we'll park for this moment. The children, it's all about developing that emotional connect. And once you have that relationship, all these technology medium, internet drops. There have been scenarios. We have some amazing teachers who said, okay, net is not there. I'm going to call on your phone. Give me a phone. And then they have taken actually 40 minutes of phone class. So the child kinds of impresses, connects you emotionally into the mind. And after that, what you say is what matters and what nothing else actually in that few minutes or the 40 minutes of the class. But we sure will come back to your question again, actually. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Pratima.
Hi everybody, happy Teacher's Day to everyone, and thank you so much for organizing this session as well as just conducting the whole eVidyaloka program. It's been 3 years that I'm with eVidyaloka, so this is my 3rd year, and I teach English in a small village called Ralpadi in Andhra Pradesh. I am actually based, I educated like in English medium, and then just because I can't speak very professional Telugu, so I end up teaching English classes, which I actually would also want to do some. But in the whole process of it, I am learning a lot of Telugu from the kids. It's the other way around. Instead of me teaching them English, they teach me a lot of Telugu too. So that's one experience I think I get it. But as if I want to see the overall experience as eVidyaloka, I feel that it's been like a two-way process for me. It's not just that I am giving them, but it's like an amazing satisfaction that I get. And I think it's like the responsibility of every intellectual. It's just not an opportunity, but it's a responsibility, I think, that everyone who had the the medium to learn something and should be able to give it back, and that's what I feel about the whole thing. As just now Venkat said, it's like mostly you connecting with the students what makes it more important. We don't know how much we are actually imparting. I mean, we try to give what according to the curriculum or according to their coursework, but what I think the students are basically trying to get is experience. They want to talk to you and they want to see what you're doing in your life. They talk to me about my work. I'm like a scientist in doing my postdoctoral work in US. So there were times when I was still in my lab working on my experiments, and it was the time for the class. So I end up calling them from my lab, and then I take the class. And then after the class, they're always interested in what I work. So I show them around all my equipments and all my research work, and they want to see what I'm doing, and I have to explain even my science in the most simplest terms, which was actually pretty challenging. But so there were lots of these interactions, and they always, when they see that, they always say, oh, I want to come there and do something similar to what you're doing or something like that. And also the other day, my class just didn't come online, so I ended up taking a class for some other school with like just 5 minutes prior notice. So I just was interacting with this new school that just began in eVidyaloka. So I just asked them 3 simple questions to just introduce themselves and to tell what they liked, which subject they liked the most, and what are their favorite hobbies. So everyone ended up saying something, and at the end of so some said they like singing, some said they like dancing, playing, and stuff like that. At the end of the whole introduction, I didn't even ask them. So 3 of the girls just who said they like singing just came forward and they sang a song for me, and it was amazing that that they would like to interact with you and just want to tell you how much they want to learn from you, or to share their experiences and stuff like that. So I think all these things also matter a lot than just what one-to-one English grammar that I teach them, I guess. But that's what I feel is the great thing about this association. So thank you again for giving me this opportunity to do this with the students back in India. Thanks.
Kind of initially a bit reluctant, and then you pull yourself saying that I am going to give this try even though my Telugu is not good, and I know what kind of challenges. Patil sir, I thought, why can't you connect over phone, and we would like to hear from you. It's much audible from here. You can mute your side and speak on phone, and others will be able to listen in actually.
Okay, and now you are listening on.
Yes. Others are able to listen in here. I'll just close with Pratima. Yeah, Pratima, I know the kind of challenges that we have in Rolupadi, especially a year before. And since only last 3 to 4 months we are able to get them more stable, and I think you continuing there reflects the emotional bonding and the value that you provide. I mean, inculcate to those. I mean, you value the time that you spend with the children. Just reflects on your patience. Thank you very much for being around with us.
Thank you, Venkat sir.
Yes, please go ahead, Patil sir.
Thank you, everyone, and happy Teacher's Day to all. It's a great pleasure for me because I am teaching in some rural parts of Uppala district, where it is a part of Karnataka. And I really am very happy because today I am online Teacher's Day. We are celebrating by eVidyaloka. I'm really very happy. Actually, what happens, this type of digitalized classes are very inspiration things for the kids, because they are very rural parts. They don't know about what they are having, that videos and audios like that. They are very happy. In my first classes, you are seeing in my so many recordings, there are so many students told that the Patil sir is very good and so on. No, I am not doing like that. I'm doing some recordings myself. I'm making some digitalized audios and videos myself, and I'm showing in the classroom. And also I'm asking sometimes help from the educationists, some my friends. Sometimes actually what happens, there are a lot of the textbooks, especially textbooks, it helps more. The kids are very enjoying when we are online. They are asking so many questions and they are exploring their ideas, and sometimes I got so many ideas from the kids also. So they told like that today's video is not good, you bring this type of videos and you show this type of questions to ask. Because I'm really very happy because I'm basically I am a government teacher, but rather than that I'm learning more and more from the kids. It's a very great opportunity. It is organized by the eVidyaloka. I'm thankful to the eVidyaloka team, especially the Venkat sir and Deepika madam and Nikita madam, Gayatri madam. I really very thankful to them. And especially Ravi sir, I have one question to you actually. Sir, I'm using already a digitalized so many things in the classroom, but I need some more ideas. How can I inspire the kids by using some other any applications which helps to the kids, which is more inspiring to the kids when I am using science in the classroom? It's my question to the Ravi sir. If it is possible, please answer. Thank you to all team members. And sorry, actually my headphone is not correct today.
We still hear you, Padil sir. No issues about that. Actually, we will make things work. Actually.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes. Yeah, Ravi.
So Patil, actually, you don't need anything else to inspire kids. Your presence is going to do that. I think that each one of you and your presence in making that difference, in carrying that flame to that next generation, and ensuring that that flame doesn't flicker is going to make that difference. And I'm going to I believe that if you're working with the government and you're now volunteering over here is by itself the biggest. To me, it's become the biggest inspiration. This is something that I want to go back and quote, because this is what we need. This is exactly everything that we hear about the government is, oh, something didn't work, or these guys are corrupt, or something else is not happening with the government. And here we have someone from the government who's actually making a significant difference to this country. And I think that's the inspiration, sir. You don't need any more aids.
Yeah, and in fact, just to add, Ravi, when we talk to these kids, they say, I mean, the kind of Patil sir class that comes with them, and in fact, the kid is so clear in his thoughts. He came back and said, what I like in Patil sir is the lucidity, the simplicity in which he tries to explain the basic things, right? So I think that's more important. And if I may have to share with others two things, which probably Cynthia shared, is Mr. Rajshekhar Patil is the National ICT Award winner last year from the Ministry of the HRD in it, actually, right? One big round of applause to him from all of us here. And we have, I mean, and the second beauty thing here is while we have people from Colorado, Cambridge, and various other international, time zone locations, we have also people from Mr. Patil teaching from Kanakpura, actually, which is a rural district in Karnataka, teaching to another rural district. So, I mean, this world has become barrierless. It's absolutely amazing and exciting to be in this point in time of this India's journey, actually. Yeah. We just kind of running short. We started 5 minutes late, so I would take the liberty to kind of extend a little bit 5 minutes. I would love to kind of definitely hear from Venkatesh and Arun, and of course Rudrakant, to kind of hear back again from you. Actually, Venkatesh, are you around? You're on mute, though. You may want to unmute. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Venkatesh. Mr. Ramulu, I see you on and off. We see you here. Do you want to speak up and share your experiences. Okay, it's dropped off again actually. Arun? Rudrapa.
Yes, Venkat.
Yeah, go ahead, Arun. I mean, if you have something to share with your class experience, or you're just about to start.
Yeah, it's been a great experience now, whatever I have now till now. So I just want to bring up a feedback or suggestion kind of thing. Actually,
Sure.
I'm teaching now 8th class max. Actually, it's in Telugu medium. Telugu medium in teaching. So I really don't know Telugu actually. Maths we do generally. So the language and everything will change to Telugu actually. So we should have some kind of repository generally to store such kind of materials, or generally our teachers do actually. So video presentations, I just hear that some of our teachers are teaching in some video presentations also, they're showing up, and I have seen some mails actually. So in mails I can see that. So it should not be in the mails actually. So whenever a teacher assigned to a particular class, they should be download those kind of materials. That would be really useful to the teachers actually. It should be like, if I say it's a SharePoint kind of thing, so everyone should download from there. They can easily, that will help them actually without wasting some kind of time. So whatever teachers are already teaching them, that will really help.
Yeah, we kind of do acknowledge and take that input, Arun, and we should have that very shortly actually. So we do have a repository. It just needs to be flushed in actually. We just have a few miles to go to get that. I mean, especially, I mean, we have teachers now starting to share on the forums. We do have a team in the back end that's kind of going to curate and make these things available to larger audience, which can be downloaded. It's called Wikividya, and that should be available to you shortly, probably in months or 2 months time actually. It is starting to have these materials uploaded actually. It will be an ongoing repository that will be refreshed, but yes, that repository is being work in progress actually.
Yeah, then that's
sure.
Good actually. If you have the thing in progress, then that is very good.
Sure. Harika, do you want to share your text in the chat? I can read it out for you actually if you're still around actually. Venkatesh. Okay. All right. So I guess I think we just on our time. I'm sure. I mean, we would this recording will be available in YouTube to share at a later point in time. And of course, all of us are in forums, and you can continue to exchange. And it's been an amazing day since morning. The second session here. Thank you very much for everyone making here. And with bottom of our hearts, one more time to express our gratitude and thanks. And very happy Teacher's Day to each one of you. And I'm sure, I mean, all of us will be a teacher through the life. And eVidyaloka as a teaching organization will continue to learn from our experiences, from each one of you, from the children, from the partners, and we'll continue to evolve as an organization, do the right thing for the kids who are going to define our future country. And thank you very much. Ravi, do you want to leave any lasting word?
Basically, thanking each one, and also stating that we are as an organization, eVidyaloka is moving ahead and moving ahead pretty fast. From 3 schools 3 years ago, being 41 schools is a huge jump by itself. From being an organization that Give India was looking to enlist. Today, Give India has given us, has stated that they would like to list us as a tier 1 NGO, which by itself shows the kind of work that Venkat and team has done to make things possible. And it's actually to reach a tier 1 with Give India is thanks to each one of you. So this whole difference that we are making to the society is what is going to matter. And as Venkat said, doing the right thing by the child, that by itself is the leadership that we have seen from each one of you. And I think this organization and have more and get more people like you contributing back to this country. Thanks.
Wonderful. So I think Venkatesh has been trying to speak and couldn't. I'll just share the small note from him. A happy Teacher's Day from him. and Venkatesh has been part of eVidyaloka for the past 2 years. And I keep quoting his phrase during our discussion, which we said, "Yeah, I always wanted to be an engineer, happened to be always wanted to be a teacher, and I ended up becoming an software engineer. And in this eVidyaloka, I'm able to relish my childhood passion of being a teacher and having the cake and eating it too now." That was Venkatesh to share actually. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, folks. You have a wonderful rest of the day and evening, and look forward to have you a continued journey at eVidyaloka. Happy Teachers Day, and have a good rest of the day. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.